All right, greetings, Granville County Public Schools, parents and families. Welcome to our virtual elementary math session. My name is Keon Furness, and I am the Family and Community Engagement Specialist. And we appreciate you taking the time to view this elementary math session with us. We know that you'll be viewing this on your phones or at home on a tablet or another computer device. And we don't take it for granted that you decided to allow us to inform you and give you some support that will hopefully help you as you help us move your student through their math schoolwork and on to great success this academic year. This evening, I have two guests with me that are joining me this evening, and I would like for them to introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Anthony Herndon, and I am the District Math Specialist for Granville County Public Schools. Glad to be with you today.
Hello, my name is Shayna Harris. I am the District Elementary Math Coach, and I am glad that you are taking the time to join us as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So at this point, we're going to move forward with our agenda. Our agenda for tonight is we will get into a math talk, and we will talk about math resources for the home. Okay? As we spend our time together during this recording, we would like for you to make sure that you forward any questions that you have about anything discussed in this video in the comment section of your YouTube video, or I can be reached at furnaceK@gcs.k12.nc.us.
It is important to remember that how a student thinks about math has a lot to do with their success in math class. Many adults make statements about math like, I'm not a math person, I never liked math, my mom didn't like math, so I don't either, and that math is for the smart students. These kinds of statements can project fear and intimidation on students. Tonight, we want to show that we can all be math people. You're muted, Mr. Herndon.
Sorry about that, guys. So let's take a moment to talk about focus on math talk. In math education, there are official terms and strategies called number talk and math talk. But for tonight's discussion, when we talk about math talk, we are talking about parents having an opportunity to have conversations with their student in normal everyday life as they're going throughout their schedule, because we know in this time people are busy. So we want to give you some common strategies that will fit in any schedule to help you support your child or your children.
Math is literally everywhere. A good opportunity to reinforce math is when children are playing games. On the screen, we have a picture of a checkerboard. We can ask our young students to count the red squares and then all the black and make a comparison between the two. For older students, we can ask them to find the area of the board. Most people have a set of Uno cards as well. This is a wonderful game to use for counting, number recognition, and sorting. When students are outside enjoying nature or you're out on a walk, we can ask them to create patterns using things that they have found. A wonderful way to engage our students in math is during playtime. Students can use their toys as math manipulative, use their Legos to create patterns. In what ways have you used ordinary things around the house to talk about math?
At this time, I would like to invite our parent representative, Ms. Spruill, to answer the question, how she uses these suggestions or these tips in her working with her student in math.
We like to play a whole lot of games. So, gosh, probably for my little people beside me, we do the patterns with the blocks. We just started those this morning. I'm in pre-K class with the 4 different patterns. And the Legos as well, we play a lot with. So those 2 we use that you have here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing and being here with us tonight.
You're welcome.
Great. It's good to hear some taking those ordinary things that we have around our house to kind of help reinforce what students are learning and help support them. Another strategy that we can use to support our students is discussing and sorting, and also having talking about money. We all go to the grocery store, we all buy food, and that is an excellent opportunity to really reinforce those skills with mathematics. You know, when we look at the screen that's on, when we look at the picture of the cupcake pan, it's something that everyone has, is around the house. And this particular person is using it to sort money, which will give opportunities for lower grades to focus on sorting, but it also can be used in higher grades if they can count the money to see how much is in actually each particular cup itself. Another strategy is when we go to the store, a lot of times our kids want to go and walk around as well. We can make that time more meaningful by allowing them to name the price of an item, being able to compare which one is greatest or which one is smaller or least, and which one is a decimal. So there are many benefits that can really come from having our children with us as we go throughout the grocery store buying items we need. Another strategy is when we get those flyers in the newspaper, we can use grocery store flyers to explore price, decimals, talk about item comparison, which one is a better buy. So there are many things in our ordinary everyday experience that will be a benefit for our students if we can just take a few moments to be intentional. And so with our parent representative, are there some things that you like to do with your students or your children regarding money or sorting or, having them with you in the grocery store?
We do. I get on their nerves during Lego time because I bought all these. I have these fish tackle boxes, and I make them sort the colors for Legos because they have so many to help them find colors later when they build. The money, I do have toy money. I was just getting ready to start with them this week, and I'm so happy to see this cupcake holder. They help them sort it. Thank you for that tip. We'll use it, as well as the newspaper. My mother would make me count as we rode through the grocery store as a child, rounding up the next dollar with the groceries in the basket, and I do the same with them. What's the total? So all of this that you have, I'm taking notes. I love it all. This is wonderful and very practical. Yes.
We appreciate that because.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Herndon. I'm sorry. So cooking time is another fantastic opportunity to talk about math with students of all ages. We all know that most students like helping their parents with baking cookies or their favorite dessert, whatever it may be. They want to be involved in the kitchen. Talking about what it means to have half of something, a third or a fourth of something is very helpful when students are learning the concept of what fractions are. So if you would like, please type your favorite dessert your child or children like to help you bake into the chat. or just share aloud.
They love to make banana nut bread, and my oldest will pay attention with half a cup or 1 cup, but I think they're rushing to get to lick the bowl. So I've got 2 boys that never stop eating. So, but my oldest does pay attention. My first grader, half a cup. So he's the chef. 1 spoonful and he'll stir. So thank you so much.
Well, I know as a parent of 4 children, and when they were young, one of the phrases that we continue to hear over and over again when we are traveling is, "Are we there yet?" And while we're in the car is an excellent opportunity. Think about mathematics at distance time. The longer the distance, in most cases, is going to take a longer time. Another thing that we can do, if you look on the screen, you see that there is a mile marker, which is 106. One strategy that could be used is called the counting on strategy. For an example, on the screen, we have 106. We could ask our children, what would be the next 3 numbers after 106? And that would be a way for them to be able to pick up where you are, and go forward. Another thing you can think about is, if I am at mile marker 106 and I'm going to be getting off at exit 110, well, then how many more miles do I need to go before I'm able to get off at the right exit? And this is give them something for the younger and something for even for the older ones in elementary to think about as well. So are there any road trip games you like to play or that are math related?
I have to intercept and offer one idea that I know me and my brothers used to play. We used to count the number of Volkswagen buggies on the road, and we would put a arbitrary number of the first one to 5 wins, assuming you would see 5, or how many yellow cars do you see, or I Spy games of that nature. So I know that was something that was almost a tradition with long car rides in my family.
Right, because you're there, you can't go anywhere, so you might as well use it to learn something or to review something that you've been thinking about or having to do in class, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. All right.
Those are some fantastic strategies. Thank you for sharing those, Mr. Herndon. Skip counting is another easy math strategy that all students are expected to learn how to do. Most of us are familiar with counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, especially around a clock. Children in lower grades learn how to skip count by 2s, 5s, and 10s, and hundreds as well. When skip counting, children learn to recognize patterns and build counting fluency. This will also help build a more solid foundation for multiplying. So skip counting is a very important skill. Students can also practice adding on and subtracting from using objects around the house. So they may use any candies, gummy bears, anything to sort and add or count or put into groups to talk about addition, subtraction, and skip counting. Our last math talk strategy that we're going to cover tonight is practicing multiplication facts. One of the most important math skills in elementary that students need to be proficient in when leaving elementary school is knowing their multiplication facts. Knowing these facts is essential for continuing on their math journey. A great strategy for practicing multiplication is flashcards. Practice can be with physical flashcards, or practice can be done digitally using an online program. Students can also group objects, like we have these examples here. This one would be multiplying 3 times 4. And then we have these seashells here, multiplying 9 times 3. So you can use anything you want to practice those facts, put them into groups, and also practice division as well.
Those are some great opportunities to support the student with those math conversations. Another way to support our students and our children is using various online tools, in which I know many people are familiar with. But as you see on the screen, we just have a small portion of online programs that our district students are using to practice math. And we do encourage strongly that math practice is important, and having these tools really make it a little bit easier for students to have that practice at home. One thing that Granville County Public Schools have done is for K through 5 is that we have the Eureka Math and the iReady programs, and these are the major math resources for elementary students in Granville County Public Schools. We know that teachers use a variety of resources and methods to meet the needs of their students, but these are 2 of the main programs that at some point throughout the year the students interact with. The thing about Eureka Math is that parents have an opportunity to create their own account with this particular program and have access to math resources and parent tips as well. If we go to the next slide, and what I did was I put in here some instructions that would help a parent. We have right here the greatminds.org math website. I know Mr. Furness is going to make sure that parents have access to this information, but once a person goes to this website, it's very simple and very easy to get access. On the next slide, you will see that it has, this is exactly what it will look like once someone goes to that particular link. And they're going to click on where it says create an account. Once they create an account, once they click on the link, because on the next page is going to have to enter in your email address, name, zip, and be sure to choose math, and the role will be parent, and then check the I'm not a robot and click create. Once that is done, I'm so sorry. Life is happening right at the moment. So once that is done, you will have access to that information. Let me see here. If you could, Shane, if you go back a couple slides and click on, go back one more again. And see. It's not working at the moment.
I believe I need to be out of present mode in order to
go back one more slide. Go back one more slide.
Okay, give me 1 second. There we go. Would you like me to click the Eureka Math?
Right, if you click on the Eureka Math, and that actually takes you there. And scroll down a little bit. And I just wanted to show the parents that right here is where we have these parent tip sheets. And it's not only in English, but it's also in Spanish. So if we have any Spanish speaking parents and students, they can also get the same access as well. Okay, I just want to add that to that.
Absolutely.
All right.
And these were the steps again. Mr. Furness?
Yes, I am here. All right. So at this time, here we're going to have a video that we're going to share with you. And we think this is a great way for us to really sum up this evening session. We definitely look forward to helping your students each and every day. We are working to make sure Granville County Public Schools continues to be on the move with great parents and support like Ms. Sproul and the thousands of other parents and families who really help us do what we do every day. So we definitely thank you all for your continued support. Ms. Sproul, thank you for being a part of our video today. And without further ado, I'd like to share this video.
How do you feel about math?
I'm not good at math.
I just don't get it.
It makes me kind of feel uncomfortable. When I get called on in math class, I feel scared. Because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the problem.
My brain just doesn't think anymore. It doesn't think straight, and I just go like, okay, what do I do? I have no idea what to do. Math makes me feel stupid.
Scared that I would answer wrong or get laughed at.
I'll never be able to do this. Scene 16, take 1, marker.
I'm still learning who I am, but I'm good at forming my idea of my own potential. And if I think I can't be good at math, I won't be. But math is everywhere. Math is a basic life skill. Without math, I could get left behind. So help me know that limits don't exist.
That math isn't beyond my reach.
And my potential can take me anywhere. That with hard work and the right mindset, I can grow. Because math esteem is self-esteem. With math, I can be a fashion designer, a doctor, a computer programmer, a wildlife biologist,
A teacher.
With math, I can be anything. So click the link, take the pledge, and find out how you can implement growth mindset strategies to improve your students' math esteem.
So I can have a fighting chance
To become who I want to be.
Ah, it gets me every time.
Oh, that is just a wonderful presentation. That is. At this point, I would definitely like to thank again everyone who participated on the call today. Mrs. Harris, Mr. Herndon, thank you so much for sharing your Math Talk strategies. Parents and families who will be watching this video when we post it, we appreciate you in advance. Ms. Sproul, thank you for being a part of today's session. We look forward to inspiring your young ones, and the future young ones will see this video as well. And thank you all for everything that you do. And have a great night and a great weekend.
Tell them, say thank you.
Thank you. I made a red fox out of Legos.
Thank y'all. I'm sorry we were late. Our school had parent night right before you, and then they did a drive-through scavenger hunt, and you'll be proud. They had some number signs in there too, so we were rushing back. Thank you so much for the sites. I registered while we were on here, so thank you for the link, and this is just a real blessing to our family. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of it.
Take care.